Good evening, everyone. And yes, Hari, the platform is yours.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Hi, friends. Welcome to the session of Maitri. My name is Hari Kumar. I am your friend who is going to connect you with a different set of people. Maitri is a plain platform wherein we want to build an emotional chain. Now, I'd like to pass on to Greeshma Natraj. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. So, friends, as Hari told you, this is a platform where we connect on an emotional basis, where nobody is judged, nobody is analyzed or anything. We just connect through emotions, wherein we want people to understand the quotients of emotions and help each other. There might be some incidents you might panic and you may not know how to react and work on it. So we just take advices from our guests and we work on it to connect with each and every people out over here. So this is not to reveal any personal things, but just to give some advices from the people who have gone through a phase or who have developed something for others to guide on an emotional basis so that we stay connected with each and everyone. So today's guest is Vidula Kamath, who runs a Facebook big, huge group, which has got nearly, I think so, 1 lakh members, Vidula.
More than
And, yeah, and she's heading that group and she's given a platform to every female across the globe, I think so, where all are ready there to even talk on the topic, to deal with the products, to give the guidance also. It's a wonderful group, which is called Ultra Women's Network. And she herself is a mother, she's a daughter, she's a daughter-in-law, and also a lady with substance who likes to be independent in her own ways, not crossing the threshold, being in the limit, and yet guiding lots of females. And I think so she's also a life coach too. She has just taken up this profession. She also does some workshops and guides the members of her group to come up in the life, and she also motivates. Yes, friends, those who are interested, good evening, Chitra. Thank you for joining. And I'm just giving the introduction, Chitra. So Chitra is one of my person who's wonderful lady. She has just delivered a very healthy baby. And yes, she's even...
Congratulations, Chitra, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Chitra, that's Hari, Vidula, Varshanti, Jinju. This is the panel today. And I was just introducing Vidula. So Vidula, this is all about Vidula. If I talk very frankly, I know her past 1 year. I got connected with her in the COVID period. And eventually we kept on connecting because Bombay. So we just talk about Bombay. We just talk about inspiring females. We just talk about inspiring us also at times. So this is all about Vidula. So I'm handing over to Hari now. Hari will shoot questions to you, Vidula, and sure, you can be comfortable because they are not a bomb. So you can just answer what way you want.
Absolutely.
So,
okay, so over to you, Hari.
So, hi, ma'am.
Hello.
So, starting with the first question, can you just see, already Greeshma ma'am has given a brief intro. So, can you just elaborate a bit more?
On the business, my business?
Business, as well as personal also, no problem.
Okay.
We want to know.
Yes, sure. To start with, how this group was actually started by me. I used to work in the corporate sector earlier, and then I quit my job because I had babies, and I knew the importance of giving complete attention and love to your child. So that's where I decided that I don't want to work any longer. I just want to take care of my children. But at the same time, I was actually missing the working part, and I just wanted to fulfill that, not just on monetary terms, but also so that it satisfies me, and it actually gives justice to my education as well, that I have learned so much, so why not use it somewhere. So that's how I started this group on Facebook. And initially there were very few members, but then slowly it grew, and now we are more than 1 lakh community. And I started helping these female to get into businesses, and develop skills which will actually boost their business. And then I started doing exhibitions for them, and eventually, it just went with the flow. And today, uh, they come to me, they ask for my advice, they ask me few things which I had never known, prior having my babies. So I think that, it's a gradual learning process. When you enter into the business, eventually you learn, and eventually you grow, and the more you help others, the more you grow.
That is a good
Okay,
initiative, ma'am.
Thank you.
yes. And I just want to ask you one more thing, Vidula. Like, as you said, as you were guiding people, how was the experience? Because at the same time, even you were learning and you were also growing. So, how would you define that experience of yours?
Um, Now, in case somebody is facing an issue in terms of service, or handling customer service basically, so I used to get along with them and be into that situation with them, and kind of see what would work and what would not. So it was a trial and error, but then yes, eventually I got to know that uh, you have to face the situation in case you want to learn more. So you have to take the risk. You have to just be out there, and you have to take the risk. And when the females were lacking that confidence, I knew what to do because I had gone through the same situation. And with my working background, I even worked for hotels, so I know what a customer service is like, and how I can connect all my experiences with this, entrepreneurs which are struggling or striving to earn something from here. So this was a very, you can say, I we took baby steps to learn, but then I think you have to start somewhere. So
Exactly.
that's how it actually built their confidence as well, and it doubled my confidence.
Okay, one more question I have over here. Chitra has delivered a baby. If uh, she has to come back, what is
Right.
the motivation tip for Chitra? For those females who have taken a maternity break, or maybe, because of some circumstances like what happened in COVID, and they cannot work because of some of the other difficulties coming in their way. So
Right.
could you guide what would be your guidance for such females to come up with an energy, and what alternatives? Because see, being a mother is a full-time job, and
Right.
I won't say it's a job because we give the birth because we wish to have our own
Absolutely.
saplings, isn't it? The kids are just like
Absolutely.
our own saplings, so we always want to nurture the world, isn't it? As a
Right.
earth, mother earth, even we nurture our kids. So what would be your advice to people like Chitra who are trying hard to make up again and who are looking out for the inspirations? If I'm not right, Chitra, wrong, Chitra, what I said is right, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah. So could you please like
Oh,
suggest something for those who are trying to, stand on their legs and still their
right.
legs are shivering?
Okay.
Sorry, Hari, I've taken the
No,
initiatives
no, it's
from
okay.
you.
It's okay, ma'am. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Now the very first step is, uh, if you don't have your own oxygen, then you cannot give it to your, the family members or anyone else, which are the people around you. So basically, education is the key. You need to learn, and learning in a persistent way will actually give you the confidence, get all the shivers out. You will get the clarity where you want to be, and you will know what passion that you need to follow. So yes, education is the key. You have to keep learning. You can actually sit down and write on paper what all things you actually love doing. You have the passion for it. Otherwise, if you do it just because, other females or your friends and family are doing, it is not going to help you. So for that, you need to rediscover yourself. And I think pandemic is the best way, best time. I mean, taking calamity as an opportunity to just, rediscover yourself. What Try and find out what exactly you love to do. And the anything that you love to do, you will always be successful in it. So that's the first step. Try and learn, and take the maximum uh, advantage of this opportunity. Go to the applications. There are many online applications like Udemy, which are actually giving some good courses, and which will actually put you a level up and get into the game. So try and find that out. Learn a few skills which are up to the trend, and then decide what you want to do, because it will be very effortless if you do according to your passion. And once you have the right learning and skills, you won't have any hassles doing it. And once you do that, uh, there are many communities online now. Social media, as you know, it's widespread. There are so many members who are active on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. So you have to try and do some research on it. And once you do that, what exactly is lacking, that you need to find out, and the skill which needs to be polished from your end, then you can learn more about it. And that's how, these are the baby steps you can take. So basically, uh, I think once you are clear about your thoughts and ideas, nothing can stop you.
Okay, so just
Okay.
like to ask the audience, do you have any questions? Please, if you have any questions, please raise your hand so that I can uh, get back to you. So in between also, if you have something to ask, just raise your hand so that I'll come back to you.
For
So
instance, can I just ask Chitra a question?
sure, sure,
Um,
sure, ma'am. Go ahead, please.
what are you passionate about, Chitra?
Actually, I'm interested in doing a nutrition course, which I am doing right now. But in between, there are breaks coming up, which I used to do before delivery time or before marriage. In between, there are breaks coming up, so I'm not able to study properly, not able to concentrate properly. I'm not able to focus in one thing.
So, what do you think is actually coming between you and focus?
Problem is like the baby cries, then I have to go back. Then again, then I'll get forget, and I have the memory problem also.
Okay,
So also I have to like repeat again and again so that it should be in my brain.
right. I'll be very frank. The time which is required by the baby right now, you cannot take away. I mean, you cannot
Mm,
actually divide the attention. So what you have to do for the baby, you
mm,
have to do. I mean, there are no compromises in that. So I would suggest that, in right now, you take care of the baby very well, up to, even
mm,
I think, when the baby is around 1 year, 6 months to 1 year, you get a bit of time in between to squeeze in. So uh, try
mm.
and get the baby into a schedule, and start after how old is your baby right now?
8 months.
8 months. So I think this is the right time. So once you fix a schedule,
Mm,
it's all about time management as well. So once you fix a schedule for the baby, and if the baby sees from now that you are doing something, or you're working, and you need some time for yourself as well, so that's how he will get adapted to your schedule. And eventually he will know that, my mom needs some time, and she's working, and he will also start respecting, and he will also start taking the responsibility. I mean, kids learn how to take the responsibility. And there's no better person than Greeshma who can actually vouch on this.
ग्रीष्मा मैम, चित्रा के लिए कुछ आप कहना चाहेंगे?
I think I have told Chitra a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like I'll just ask for the things as what rightly Vidula said, because see, parenting is seriously such a job wherein you cannot give a particular pattern. It depends on how you are and how the baby is developing. So before itself, I had told Chitra, see to it that the child sleeps a lot because he has to grow, and this is the period from from the day the child is born till 5 years. The more the child gets the sleep, his activities are good enough, and even his brain develops, his height develops. The overall development of the child happens when he is actively doing each and every process in a stipulated time. So, as I've told Chitra very previously, also, like, yes, you can squeeze into the time whatever you want to. When the baby is sleeping, you can have a short nap, as well as you can even study or read something which will keep you engaged. Because sometimes really what happens is the mothers are lactating and they start getting stressed up because too many things on their shoulders, and lactating also changes your hormonal things also. So the new moms usually tend to get irritated or try to lose the patience. So whenever the child is active, be active. When the child is sleeping, find time to regenerate yourself, to love yourself, understand yourself, and what exactly you want to do. Because this is for at least, I would say, people, at least for 1 year to 1.5 year, be dedicated mother. When you have helping hands, like Chitra has a mom to take care of, so that's why she could balance the activities very well. So this is how, actually, why do we need the entire family to balance the things? Every individual in a family plays a very good role if we are vocal about it. We should communicate, we should talk, and this how the life goes on. So yes, I think this is enough for Chitra, isn't it? So she can actually stand up, and yes, any help needed, she can even contact Vidula also anytime in future. Any one of you, Jinju, Hari, Varsha auntie, any one of you, anyone can reach Vidula. She's a very good motivator. You can reach her also. It's not only Greeshma, there's other people also to guide you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I just want to ask,
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to ask, did you had any bad experience in your career?
Absolutely. And I think that's where you do the course correction. Unless and until you don't have a bad experience, how will you know what is a good experience after that? So yes, I did, and I took it very positively. I mean, I knew that if I know or I learn to tackle this situation, then if I face the situation again, it'll be very easy going for me. So yes, I did have a lot of turbulence in my journey, but it actually helped me. I mean, I think any problems, any issues that you face in your journey, it always elevates you. It always takes you to the next level. Otherwise, there is no learning.
Okay. So coming back to Vidula ma'am, my question is, as a lady, what do you think the need of each female towards their contribution for their own family members and society as a team in this pandemic?
Okay. Like I said, unless and until you have oxygen for yourself, you cannot provide to others. So, in the first place, become independent, do something that you really love. Unless and until you're happy about your own life, you can't give happiness to others. So, uh, try and discover yourself, do the course corrections, see what is needed in your life, And once you are settled with yourself, then you will start seeing what is needed in the society or in the family. So once your needs are fulfilled, then only you can fulfill the needs of others. And uh, you can actually share your experience, which will be very handy for them to, like Chitra, if now she wants to do her business, so my experience is very handy for her. I mean, she can just follow what and actually avoid the mistakes which I have gone through. So you have to also see who needs help. You have to look around, because there are few people who are very hesitant, who think that I shouldn't share my problems with anyone else because it will be very embarrassing. Instead, you should be very vocal about it, and you should share, because you never know what golden advice will come on your way. So be open minded, and don't hesitate, because the situation you are going through, I think everyone has gone through some or the other situation in their lives, and they have learned something from it. So be very vocal, don't hesitate. There is nothing to be embarrassed of, and be very open minded, and grasp as much information is available around you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Very true.
So, Jinju, any questions?
And one more thing, I think family support is must for all these things.
Yeah,
Yes,
Exactly.
absolutely.
true, true.
And I think somewhere you have to play a role of convincing your family as well. You should know that, if everything is fulfilled in your family, then again, they'll support you. So it actually works both the ways. So you help others, or others help you, you have to give them back. So you have to actually sit down and speak with your family, and give them a clarity that where you want to reach, what are your goals, and how she can be part of their goals, so that you work hand in hand with each other. That's what family is. Like if Chitra's mom is helping her to take care of the baby, she can go miles just because her mother is there to help.
So, Jinju, now the ball is in your court. Please.
As of now, I don't have anything to ask. All
Great, I
clear
think
now.
I'm
No worries.
covered.
Yeah. It's not a female-oriented platform, so you can surely ask. So don't worry.
You can ask something, as a husband, what should be your role? I have a lot of things to say about that.
Yes, over here, I would really like Vidula to answer one question about a male counter. Okay, now the thing is, even the males are sitting in the house, and the
Right.
work from home concept has come up. So, what is that thing which hurts a male? What do you think your point of view is? And why are females getting so pissed off when they really wanted their husbands to be with them? And now, when their husbands are there with them, they are saying, oh God, why is he there with us? So, what would be your take on this note?
That's a very good question, Greeshma. Um, what I mean, we are going through on our everyday basis. So what I would say is, when you talk about male ego, so more than an ego, they want to be a good provider for the family. That's their ultimate aim is. And they are giving their 100% to take care of the family. And I think as a female, you should understand that part, instead of thinking that he's not doing anything, or why I have to do. So you have to really involve them into your goals. You and you have to at times you might feel frustrated that there are certain things that they don't understand. Of course, I mean, they are a different gender, we are different gender, so the understanding has to be only taken place when you sit down together and talk about it. Communication is the key in a relationship, as we all know.
Very true.
So
Very true.
unless and until we communicate what exactly we are feeling and what we want in our lives, I think we will never understand each other. So i
Exactly.
i think most of the males, more than a ego, it's all about providing a good life for their family. So we should support that, and vice versa. Then they know that, even we need their support. So that's how it
Yes.
is.
So overall, what I have been telling people, guiding people, Vidula and myself are on the same point. The main thing is communication, understanding, trust. It comes later on, isn't it, Vidula? That's what even you are hinting towards it. So it's not that a male is a strong person and he doesn't like us. He just orders us for the coffee or a tea, and we have to go and make pakoda shakodas. Nahi, aisa kuch nahi hai. It's just how we take it.
Right.
Understand this. So as a female, yes, there is a wheel balancing which is called the axle rod. Whenever a motion is there or a vehicle is moving, that needs to balance, and that balancing is called communication. So if you are connected with your partner, I don't think so any husband will say ki mujhe chai hi aap hi bana ke do. He might even make it for you. So the
Yes,
question
and
is
my
what.
husband does. My husband does
So do
make
I.
it. He makes it every morning. So it's like the work is divided. I mean, the tea work, especially, that he makes in the morning, I make it in the evening. But then, we get both the experiences, right? I mean, when you make, you
Exactly.
get that different taste. When he makes, you get a different taste. So
And you one, I will just say something here, Vidula, because you said about the test, and males are always good cook.
oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, please carry on. Sorry.
So that's the key, that it's okay. I mean, even male should understand that it's okay to do a little bit of housework. He shouldn't be embarrassed about it. In fact, he should feel proud about it, that he's been able to help his wife, and he keeps his wife happy, then he's happy, right? So always keep your wives happy. Help as much as you can, especially when it is in your capabilities. You must help. And I think in this the new society, the new generation, I have seen most of the males, they actually genuinely help their wives. My sister, she is working,
Exactly. Yes.
but her husband helps her. So uh, yeah, I think it's pretty much sorted out right now than it used to be in earlier times, when our father used to sit and order everything. So it's not the same way.
Now even males are becoming responsible, not only to the professional life but also to the kitchen life also. So, and
Exactly.
whatever videos we are seeing on Facebook and all that, it itself makes us aware that yes, now actually the wheel is running on the right track. It's not off track now. The wheel balancing process is going on rightly because of the COVID, you can say.
That's so true. That's so true, Greeshma.
Okay, ma'am. There is a question.
Yeah.
See, you have given a platform to every female to showcase their
Mhm.
skills and products by developing this group. Do you
Right.
think that is only sufficient?
Not at all. You should never feel enough of what you have. You should always strive for growth. When you are looking towards growth, only that creates the excitement in your life. If you see, for yourself, if you're just settling with what you have right now, at a point of time in your life, you will actually start feeling bored. So to kill that boredom, you have to always look forward and look for something new. That is learning. Learn something new and see what is how differently can you make a change in people's life, and you can help others. So that That's what will keep you motivating in your goals as well. So you should never settle down for one thing. Keep learning, keep growing. Growth is the key.
Okay, connecting to that question, do you feel that each woman and girl should be motivated on regular intervals to keep them going on in this tough time, as there can be single women with responsibilities and single breadwinner for their families?
Absolutely. There are I'll answer the first part. To keep, you have to keep remembering and reminding yourself that you know you have the capability, you have the confidence to do whatever you want in your life. So you should never give up that hope. You should always believe that the bad circumstances are only for a while. It doesn't go for a lifetime. So always remind yourself, which is called priming. Grishma will know. So once you prime every morning, you tell yourself, like, you can look in the mirror and tell yourself, or you can write it down somewhere, that I am the best, I'm an amazing individual, and uh, I know that I will do something best in my future. So once you keep telling these positive things about yourself to you, it's like reminding and gaining more and more confidence in bits on everyday basis. So you have to keep doing that. And yeah, so that's what, like I said, priming and keep learning. Learn something new and keep motivating yourself. That's how, the only way to stay happy and keep the excitement in your life. Because once you have kids, now you get into that routine, and that's how you get into the boredom, and you feel that your life is worthless because you're doing the same thing on daily basis. So when you learn something new, because there is so much to learn out there, um, you learn one thing and there are so many other things connected to that particular field. So it will take you more and more deeper into it. Now suppose I am doing my neuro linguistic programming certification right now, but it's not just limited to it. It's so much more about psychology. I mean, it's a vast ocean out there. And once your focus goes on that instead of the routine, it keeps you fresh and it keeps you going on. So yes, every women must they need actually remind themselves and keep priming themselves.
And I feel the age doesn't count.
Not at all.
Exactly. Not
Not at
at
all.
all. It's just a
uh,
number.
Yeah, it's
yes,
just the
it's a cliche, but yes, it's just a number. And it's all on your mind. If your thoughts are young, uh, then I think you shouldn't even think about what numbers are growing every birthday. So uh, you can actually learn something new even at any point of time in your life.
Okay.
Change is
yes.
prominent.
The age
Yes,
of 60, I started learning tarot from Greeshma.
that's amazing. That's
Great to
amazing.
hear that, ma'am. Great to hear that.
And I have a friend, who's also into tarot reading, and I would say uh, now he has gotten into coaching as well. Coaching as in teaching other people how to do tarot, like how Grishma is doing, and he's earning so well. There was a time in his life when he was doing nothing, but then he started learning this and he started teaching other people, and now he's actually earning in lakhs per coaching session. So if you decide, then you can do anything. And I think you should take advantage of the age, because people see that you are more experienced. So you must take advantage of it.
Thank you.
Okay. So, ma'am, as I'm quoting your earlier words, you should
Mhm.
seek for golden advice.
Right.
Have you experienced one like that?
many times. If you have your ears open, I think the golden advices automatically comes. It's like, you're keeping the doors open for the universe to come and give the golden advice. So, if you have a mindset that, okay, I know everything, and I don't need any advices. Come on, I have studied this and I've done that, this course, MBA and all that. And so I don't need to know anything from other people. So that's where you shut the doors, and you're not letting in the information which might actually take you to the very higher level. So be very open minded, and you can even learn from. Now I'll tell you, my maid comes every day, but she talks few things which are like aha moments for me, that I have never thought about it. So it's good to know different dimensions and perspective from other people. So always be open minded, and be open to learn whatever comes in your way. You can learn from anyone, and you can actually you can take that skill. I mean, if my maid is doing jhadu katka, it doesn't mean that I have to do the same thing, but try and take the best out of it, that how neatly she is doing it, and how dedicated she is to the work, and that's how she's taking care of her family. So dedication, if is the skill which I take from her, then even I can reach miles.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you
Very
for that.
true.
So, since time is running out, I would ask the audience, would you want to share something or ask Greeshma ma'am or Vidula ma'am any questions? Anybody? So,
They got all the answers.
almost, almost they got all the answers. But I have one more questions left with me.
Sure.
So, last but not the least, would you like to give any suggestions for our young generation ladies out there? How to succeed and keep a balance between work life and personal life?
Okay. Now, the very first thing is, now this generation is very forward, but in terms of patience, there is a lacking. So I think if they learn how to be patient and focus more, because if you don't have patience, you cannot focus on one thing. So that's what they need to be, very careful about. Otherwise, I think, when I see my daughters, I mean, they are something else, out of the world. They are quick learners, and they are very clear about their goals. So there is a lot to learn from them as well for me. And balancing work and home, I think the best way is to manage the time and communication. These are the two factors that they should remember. If they manage the time well, and if their goal is to manage work and life both, because there are many new generation youngsters which believe that they'll select only one life. So it's very different right now. But then if they want to do it with time management and dedication, they can absolutely go for it. And if they have any uh, questions, they can always reach out to me or Grishma, and we can guide them how to go about.
Okay, so Grishma ma'am,
Yeah.
would you like to share some tips for time management for our
See,
friends?
basically, everyone should be disciplined in their own way, because time management comes with discipline and also motivation and the goals. Everything is connected. Whatever Vidula said right now, whether it's your behavior, whether it's your passion, whether your dedication, learning, unlearning the things, this all is a discipline. So once you're disciplined, once you set your goals, now very frankly, as she very clearly said, today's generation is very fast. They don't need a time to understand anything. They just take it and they finish it off, because for them it's like go getter. They are not waiting because they know the value of their life now. So when you see like down the line 5 years old younger to us or 10 years younger to us, they are very quick in taking their decisions. Why is it? Is it because they are in a hurry? No. It is now they have understood the pattern, how they have to go ahead. They have set right their goals and ideas, how they want to implement in the life. So main thing, whoever it is, whether me, you, Vidula, Chitra, anyone, the main is how do you consider yourself in which positions after setting out the goals. Main in life, you should have small goals, medium goals, and large goals. If we plan our life in this pattern, I don't think so. It's very difficult for anyone to achieve their dreams. So main is what you want to do at the right time and how much time are you allocating. So that time depends on every individual, on its own pace of that individual. So yeah, this is what I would like to say. So whatever time you have, utilizes, and yes, the generation coming up generations are very well known that this is their life. It's do or now or die now. Do it just now. Otherwise, there's no second chance. So everybody's rushing, but the patience is lacking. Understand this. Everybody is in a hurry to win the race. Good, because they have analyzed the things. Now, nobody knows what is next, but still everybody is striving hard, putting in a lot of efforts to reach to their destinations. It should be properly trained. The kid should be trained from the childhood. It's a responsibility of the parents. How do they train the child for everything, whether it's time management or handling their own life? Nowadays, if you see, you are hearing a lot of life coaches coming up, a lot of counselors coming up, a lot of all NLPs and a lot of psychological. Every second person, I want to learn psychology. It's not learning psychology. It's like disciplining yourself, attuning yourself with the process of living. That is what is lacking. So once you understand this technique, I think time management is automatically there and we keep on growing gradually.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So I think we have come to the end of this session. So I'd like to invite Greeshma ma'am for the closing remarks.
Yeah, it was wonderful, Vidula, having you over here and open talks and open guidance. I hope everyone liked it and everyone got it. What were the gist of this talks today? Because it's not only we talked about a female aspect, but also from a male's point of view. And it was a general talk. So thank you, Chitra, for giving thumbs up. So Sham also. So I think so. Everybody liked the talks, what we did today. And yes, maybe again we would like to have Vidula one more time in future, just to chit chat, because this is not a show where we want to put any ideas. Like Vidula even also knows there are lots of people who are doing online programs, webinars and all, but they are just talking over it. But what Vidula talked, or what Varsha ma'am talked, or what Chitra asked, or what I said is the practical experiences what we are going through in life. We are dealing this on a daily basis. So this is a platform where we want people like Vidula to come up and discuss the topics without giving any hesitation, like, oh, how am I going to talk on this platform? No, it's just we are making friends. We are extending, because we know something, we are extending it to the other people to have the experience of it and work ahead. So I think so, Vidula, we can still connect more people in this group with you also. Absolutely. And we can extend this community.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm so glad and I'm so obliged that, I've been invited to a talk like this. When Greeshma called me and said, would you like to join our show? And I actually literally jumped out of the seat and I was so happy because it was Greeshma. And I know that, the topics that she takes and the understanding is so clear that I myself have actually to what she says. So yes, I'll be very glad to join again, and I'll also invite my group members so that they can avail.
Because this is not for making money or anything. We just want people to understand, as physically we can't meet. So
Right.
let's virtually meet and create a different nation, because this is
Absolutely.
what is making a new nation. I believe in this. So
I
all
agree.
of us, I think we had a great time with Vidula, and
Thank
really
you.
happy, and you praised me a lot.
Yes, I'm a fan of you. Yes.
Oh God. Thank you very much. You made me feel like a celebrity. Thank you very much.
And thank you, Harish and Varsha ma'am. And thank you, Chitra. And sorry, I didn't get your name.
There's a sham over
Hindu.
here, Jinju.
Hindu, yes. So although he spoke very less, but I'm very glad that you came up with these questions, and I'll be very happy to answer different questions in every talks. So thank you,
We
everyone.
would really like to have you next time also. When we come on screen, we want you to be there to ask question as a common person, because you're all are common. Nobody is a celebrity. Everybody is a celebrity in themselves.
Yes,
So thank you
absolutely.
very much, Vidula.
So,
Thank you. Thank
so
you so much.
on that note, it was nice talking to you, Vidula ma'am, Greeshma ma'am, as well as all the members who joined us. Thank you all.